Hello, welcome to Power Life Live. I'm Kristina, and this is going to be a Power 1.5 Express class. So I usually do Power 2s, which I love. But today I thought I would just kind of like change a little bit and try a 1.5, something that isn't going to push us potentially to like our breaking point, like maybe last week did. The last class I taught, I was sore for like 2 days afterwards, so maybe you were feeling that way too, and this is a nice little, I don't even wanna call it a recovery flow, but it is quite different from the last one we did with all those super long holds. So, the other thing that I wanna say, first of all, it's a 1.5, so just that's the information I have for you. This is the first time I have been in the small studio at Corinth location since, March. And it feels really emotional for me because this is where I taught my Friday morning power twos and my Monday afternoon hot yoga. And this is sort of like my home based classroom studio. So I just can't tell you, if you're a Corinth person, it just feels so good to be back here. I'm pretending like you're all here with me and we're 27 people deep and it feels so good. Press play on your playlist and let's get started in downward facing dog. I promise it won't be the same as last time, but we are going to start in downward facing dog. So take all your time getting there, just pedaling out your feet, shifting your hips from side to side. Taking a big breath in and breathe it out. Big breath in. Breathe it out. So I am filming this on December 23rd, but you guys are probably going to see it in the year or somewhere close to the new year. And I'm guessing a few of you might be thinking about goals or challenges that you might have for yourself, setting yourself up for goals. I really hesitate to call them a resolution. I personally like to think of them as goals, so we'll stick with that. And today, maybe we can talk a little bit about setting goals and then also maintaining them. How's that? Take a breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, runner's lunge. Step your right foot to the top right corner of your mat. Keep your back knee lifted and let's just rock forward and backward. No pressure here, not too deep, just opening up the hip, opening up the groin. Make sure your knee isn't going in front of your ankle, but stacks right over it. Yeah, for me, this just feels really, really good to open up the class with. Usually we're kind of doing this later in class. So maybe you even just tap into the differences that you usually feel in this pose. Exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, runner's lunge. Breathe and rock. So for the month of December, or really like mid-November into December, I set a goal for myself along with some other friends of mine to run 50 kilometers before the end of the year. And if you were in my classes before, then you know like running is something that shows up a couple times a year that becomes like really important to me, and I really work hard at it and set myself a goal, usually like a race or something to help me get motivated. Take a breath out. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your left leg. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, malasana. Yogi squat, nice deep squat. This doesn't feel comfortable for you right now. It's a big hip opener to start with. You can always take like a wide horse pose. You can always have your elbows on your knees. Something that feels supportive here, but also opening. Yeah, it's strange to be Now, Courtney, back to doing it while I talk you through it. Okay, take a breath in. Exhale, ragdoll. Lift your hips toward the sky. Heel toe your feet so that they are at the edges of your mat, and then find a gentle sway. So I set a goal to run 50 kilometers, and it was hard. I really had to pace myself and make a point of carving out time in my schedule to go running. And I knew from the start that I wanted each run or walk. It didn't have to be a run, should clarify. You could walk, trot, jog, grapevine. You could kind of do whatever you wanted to get to 50K. And I knew I wanted to do those by myself. So I didn't want to necessarily do it while I was pushing the double stroller, which I still use. I wanted it to be time for just myself. Take a breath out. Inhale, halfway lift, your feet are still wide. Exhale, take a squat, rest your chest on your thighs. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, find a squat. Maybe you gaze forward. Whoo. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, squat. Really nice and low. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen your back. Exhale, squat. Let's do one more. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, squat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Heel toe your feet together this time. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose. Stay for just a few breaths. Ground down through all four corners of your feet. Drop your shoulders out of your ears. Draw your belly in. So neutralize your spine. Try to avoid sticking your tailbone back and instead pull your tailbone down towards the earth as you reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. Take a breath in. Exhale, open up your arms parallel to the floor, to the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Do this a few more times as you start to open up your chest, open up your heart, open up your whole front body right here. Just let it be open and receptive. Few breaths right here, your pace. Really reach out through your fingertips as you drop them down. This time, inhale. Inhale, open up. Maybe you take a little back bend, and then exhale, round your spine, catch your hands together. Inhale, open up, serve up your heart. And then exhale, round, contract slightly, tuck your chin. Breathe in, open up, find space. And exhale, round and contract. Open yourself up for a goal, for the promise you can maintain it. Exhale, draw in safety, security. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, round, contract, and hold. Reach your palms forward. Beautiful. Take a breath in, mountain pose. Oh, my shoulders are warm. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Let's take a few breaths right here. Build a little bit of heat. Nice, everybody. So back to my goal. I'm going to keep coming back to it throughout our practice today. I wanted to make sure it was something that was just for me, something that I got to do with the accountability of some friends. My sister Courtney was doing it with me too. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Hug your elbows in so tight. Breathe in, low cobra. Exhale, release. Take your hands wider, come to your fingertips. Inhale, low cobra with a little variation. Gaze over your right shoulder. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up, gaze over left shoulder. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up, gaze over to the right. Exhale, release. Inhale, gaze to the left. Exhale, release. Hands under your shoulders. Breathe in through tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Stay here. 5 breaths. What goal can you set for yourself that's just for yourself? That's not um, building up anybody's idea of you or who you should be or what you should be doing, where you should be growing. Instead, what do you want for yourself? Breathe in, sink your hips low, draw your navel to your spine. Exhale, airplane arms, palms face down, triceps together. Tuck down at your toes, make sure you can see your big toes flutter from the mat. Exhale. Inhale, one-legged mountain, lift your left knee. Just a couple of breaths right here. Drop your left hip so it's in line with the right hip. Take a breath in. Exhale, standing staff. Extend your left heel forward. Breathe in, one-legged mountain. Exhale, chair with airplane arms, soft landing. Here we go. Inhale, one-legged mountain, lift your right knee, breathe. Flex your right foot. Drop your right hip. Exhale, standing staff. Breathe in, one-legged mountain. And exhale, chair, airplane arms. One more time. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, standing staff. Breathe in, one-legged mountain. Exhale, chair, airplane. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, standing staff. Breathe in, one-legged mountain. And exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, mountain with a baby back bend. One of my favorite little transitions. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Lift your thighs up away from the mat. And exhale, downward facing dog. Do this just for yourself. Find your goals along the way and let them serve you exactly where you are. Help yourself accomplish your goals just the way you want to do them. That might be alone. That might be with others. That might be with an accountability person. That's usually Courtney, my husband, Adam, sometimes my mom and friends. Find your people if you need them. Take a breath in. Don't we all? Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, easy twist. Reach your right arm forward and then spiral it up towards the sky. Reach your right fingertips up. Breathe. I'm going to stay spider tip on my left fingers. This is a great place for your block. You can do a fist for wrist. You can bring your whole hand down. Your choice. Exhale. Breathe in. Lift your torso up away from your thigh. Exhale, vertical twist. Rise up. So that's all gorgeous core work right there. Whew. Reach from front to back of your space. Open your heart towards the right side of your mat here. Drop your shoulders low. Exhale. Inhale, exalted warrior. Right hand to left thigh. Reach your left arm up towards the sky. So a couple options here. You can take your right hand to your low back. Can crawl your right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Lots of variations. Sink low into your front lunge. Stack your right knee over your ankle. This is such a great pose. Little twist, big heart opener, big balance challenge. Breathe in. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Inhale, reach your fingertips forward. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe. Open up your hips toward, there it is. I'm gonna pop my hip there. Square open your hips, or open up your hips, excuse me. Press through the knife edge of your left foot. Ooh, you can even like flip your palms, give a little like matrix, come at me. We can do this. Breathe out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Stay for a few breaths right here. Drop your right shoulder out of your ears. I'm going to take a half bind because my chest feels nice and open, and that's what I'm looking for today. Breathe in. Exhale, triangle pose. Straighten your right leg. Tip the side body down. Breathe. Our hips are already open. So work towards squaring them towards the side of your space, stacking your left hip up over your right. Breathe out. Inhale. Reverse triangle. Keep your front leg straight. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in. Upward facing dog. Breathe out. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, easy twist. Bring your left arm forward and then up. Breathe. Hello, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? That's how I'm feeling. I'm out of breath already, you guys. Chatty, chatty. Inhale. Exhale, vertical twist. Use your obliques on the whole way up. Draw your belly button further into your spine. Check in with the twist. How does it feel through your mid-back? Stack your shoulders over your hips. If you feel like you're tipping back or more likely leaning forward, just check in. Breathe out. Inhale, exalted warrior. Stay and breathe. Square your shoulders to the front of your space and then crawl your left hand back towards your right thigh, maybe to your low back. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, crescent airplane arms. Inhale, reach your fingertips forward, and exhale, warrior two, breathe. How are you feeling about little mini goals that you may have set for yourself for today? Little goals that you may be sending out, looking for a little bit of wisdom. Take a breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior. I know that when I have set goals for myself before, I don't offer much help for myself, right? I offer up goals that are completely unattainable or unsustainable. So that's what I mean by looking out. Breathe in. Exhale, triangle pose. Press through both big toe mounds. Are you sending out goals that you can stay with, that you can hold on to, that you can nurture, that can grow with you, rather than define you? Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, chaturanga. Bring your elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift your thighs. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, easy twist. Reach your right arm up. Exhale, vertical twist. Breathe in, exalted warrior. Exhale, crescent airplane arms. Inhale, reach your fingertips forward. And exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Straighten your leg. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, easy twist, left arm up. Exhale, vertical twist, rise with power. Breathe in, exalted warrior, shine. Exhale, crescent airplane arms. Inhale, reach fingertips forward. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle. Breathe in, reverse triangle. Exhale, chaturanga. You know you can skip these anytime. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Find your downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here. If you're anything like me, your heart's up a bit. Feeling warm. feeling a little bit open. Check back in with yourself, guiding your practice today with your goals, not letting them define us, rather guide us. Breathe in, look forward, high plank, shift forward, high plank, excuse me. Exhale, dolphin pose. From your high plank, lower to your elbows, shift your hips, tailbone up towards the sky and start to walk your feet forward. I like to keep my hands at 11s. You can always bring your hands together, clasping your fingers. That might feel a little more supportive. Personally, I like to press my palms, press my forearms into the earth. Tip your tailbone up towards the sky. Yeah, do you feel that really nice opening through your upper back, strength building in your lower back? Just a really well-rounded practice for us today. We're not going anywhere in particular. Just kind of feeling out all the corners of our body. Take a breath in. Exhale, walk your feet back to a forearm plank. And then release to Sphinx pose. Drop your belly, drop your hips. Walk your elbows forward so they're right underneath your shoulders. Press your palms and your forearms down into the mat. And then as you breathe in, press your heart forward. Keep your chin level to the earth. If you're in front of a mirror, maybe, I would encourage you to keep gazing at your reflection, looking right into your eyes. I think that can be a really powerful practice, especially when we do it from a place of non-judgment. We're usually looking in the mirror with a goal in mind, and sometimes that's criticism, sometimes that's looking for something beautiful, but more often than not, sometimes we're looking for something that's wrong that we can fix. So what if we just looked in the mirror right here, or inward if you're not looking at a mirror, from a place without judgment, and tap into your goal once again, without judgment. Reflect. Is your goal about how you want to feel? Is it truly about you, or is it about a version of you you wish you were? Somebody else wishes that you were. And if that's the case, how might you revise that? Take a breath in. And exhale, release your belly down towards the mat. Just take a break right here, a little alligator pose, maybe with your chin on your hands or your forehead on your hands, your choice. Reset your spine. Reset your intention for your practice today. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up through tabletop or high plank, yogi's choice. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, top of your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to your heart. Breathe in, lengthen your spine, anchor down. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. I think I'm just gonna switch this over here. Okay, did a little 270 there. So I can see you. You can see me. Pull your left knee back in line with your right. And then know that you can always take this twist with your left elbow on the inside of your left thigh. That's a great way to take it. Or maybe you anchor down with one hand, you've got your right hand on your low back. Know that this twist doesn't have to look like mine. It has to feel good in your own body, maybe challenging. Take a breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up, standing at attention, hands at your heart. Exhale, ground down through your right foot. Breathe in, tree pose on the right. Bring your left foot to your right inner thigh or your calf, or maybe you kickstand against your ankle. Anywhere but the knee. Feel free to leave your hands at heart center. Today I'm going to take my palms face out, kind of reminiscent of what we were doing earlier in our mountain pose, except on one leg, of course. So opening up our arms, opening up our heart, opening up ourselves to the coming year, to the goals that we've set for ourselves that really truly are for ourselves. That might be maintaining practices that you began this year. That might be refining practices that you started and paused this year. What can you do just for you? Bring your hands back to your heart. Take an inhale. Exhale, standing figure 4. Feel free to take a toe tap if you'd like to just reset your balance, or send your left ankle over your right knee and then sit back into your easy chair. Press your hands to your heart. For an added challenge, reach your fingertips up towards the sky, the space where the wall and the ceiling meet. Exhale. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Let that all go. Ooh, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Do the left side. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bring your big toes together. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. Shift your right knee back in line with the left. Scoop your right rib cage toward the left side of your space. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up, standing at attention. Exhale, drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, ground down through your left foot. Breathe in, tree on the left. Stay and breathe. Press your right foot into your left leg, somewhere above or below the knee. And then push your left foot, your left leg into your right foot so the powers meet together in the middle. Arms can be out, arms can be up. For me, my goal for December was run, walk, waddle, skip, jump 50 kilometers. And I did it. I finished it this weekend. And I felt really, really proud of myself. I finished it with a 4.5-mile run that felt really hard, but I met some personal goals along the way. Exhale, bring your hands together. Inhale, maybe take a tap down. Exhale, standing figure 4 across your right ankle over your left knee. But I wouldn't have done it without checking in with myself along the way, without setting even like little micro goals along the way. Walk or run 3 times a week. Rest your body more often. Do really deep, gorgeous stretching to help work out these new muscles I'm working so hard. So there was a goal and then micro goals along the way. Doing something just for me that felt really, really good. Breathe out. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Breathe in, shift forward slightly. And exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Bring your hands back behind you. Find a bind at your low back. And draw your big toes together. Exhale. Inhale, bound locust. Breathe. Draw your big toes together. Bring your hands together and then pull your knuckles down toward your heels. I'm not looking. It really doesn't matter how high up away from the mat you are. The energetics are there. We're reaching up, pulling hands toward feet. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your right cheek to the mat. Take a rest. 50 kilometers is about 32, 33 miles. That's pretty far. Felt pretty good. Set your gaze back to center. Set up for floor bow here. Reach your hands back toward the tops of your feet and make sure that you're grabbing from the outside of your feet and not the arches of your feet. So a strap or a towel or something that you have nearby could be helpful here. Draw your knees together, take a breath out as you gaze down. And inhale, floor bow, breathe. Lift your heart up away from the mat. Press your thighs down toward the mat. And then energetically reach your heart up away from the mat. Stay with some big, big breaths right here. Draw your knees a little bit closer together. Is anybody else shaking? I haven't done floor bow in forever. Woo, big, big back bend here. Take a breath in. Exhale, left cheek to mat. Take a rest. I will be anxious to see, now that I've quote unquote met my goal, how my running proceeds from here. So the goal did not define me. It simply guided me. Gently start to windshield wipe your feet from side to side. Ooh, I felt that in my low back. Then bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Gently press yourself up to a nice, easy seated pose. Let's take a hero's pose just to neutralize your spine. So knees together and then just wedge your booty, your hips right in between your heels. If that doesn't feel good, sit on a stack of pillows. Take an easy seated pose. This is very intense for your knees. I'm just gonna check on our time here. Oh yeah, let's take a really nice cool down. I had a couple other ideas, but I think we'll just take a really long surrender series. That sounds good. It's not even gonna be that long, but okay. Hands on your thighs, palms face down. Let's check in with ourselves. Those are two pretty intense back bends and they just really get our heart rate up. It's nice to let all of that energy flow through the body and settle into all the corners, all the spaces. And check in with ourselves once again. Does your goal guide you? Try not to let it define you. When you're ready, gently open up your eyes, crawl your hands forward. We'll take a downward facing dog here. Tuck your toes. Take your time getting into that, especially if you've got sensitive knees, perhaps. Breathe in, reach your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Gaze over your right shoulder. See your left foot back there behind you. And then square your shoulders, square your hips towards the front of your space, and then release for your sleeping pigeon. Or take a supine figure 4 if this is a little too sensational for you. This can be really intense for my right hip personally lately. I'm not totally sure why. But if your right hip doesn't want this, then try it on your back. Slowly come back up to your hands. Tuck your left toes. On your next breath in, reach your right leg up. Maybe you bend your knee, open your hip, roll your ankle. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your left leg high. And exhale, half pigeon. Take your time here, gaze over your left shoulder so you see your right foot, and that will drop your right hip point down towards the mat, help you get a little closer to the earth, and then square up towards the front of your space before releasing to your elbows, your forearms, blocks, pillows, blankets, a small child perhaps is your pillow here. Oh man, what are your goals looking like for you here? No judgment. Professional goals, personal goals, community goals. I know that a goal that I have for myself in the coming year is to give more charitably. It's hard to, maybe the volunteer opportunities that you're used to don't look the same that they did before. And maybe financially something is less attainable than it was. Maybe your giving has changed over the years. But how can we give charitably? Supplies, our time, maybe it's financially. But personally, I would like to find more ways to be involved with organizations that are personal to me, important to me. Crawl back up to your hands, tuck your right toes. Inhale, reach your left leg up to the sky. Again, maybe you bend your knee, open your hip, and exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, look forward, lower to your knees. I would like to take a cobbler's pose here, just for the inner thigh stretch. If you want to take a seated forward fold, be my guest. I won't know any different unless you tell me in the comments, which you should. Breathe in wherever you are. Press your sits bones down towards your mat and exhale, hinge from your heart. Breathe in. Exhale, press your heart forward. Loosen your grip on your goals right here. Let yourself fall a little bit short some days. Let yourself jump a little bit higher some days. Just like your practice, your goals can be fluid. I can't imagine having anything feeling so static, so immutable right now. I like a little bit of fluidity, just like I like it in my poses. Take a breath out. Inhale, rise up slowly, and then make your way all the way down onto your back for a couple of twists before we Shavasana. Hug your right knee in toward your heart, and then take it out towards the side, toward your right armpit. And exhale, supine twist. Drop your right knee over toward the left side of your body. And then you might have reached your left hand for your right knee. And if you did, raise your hand and then just let it fall back to the earth. Open up your arms nice and wide, palms face up, just like we did at the beginning of our class, just like we did in the middle of our practice. And here we are again with our arms open wide, surrendering here. Exhale. Breathe in, return to center, and then let your right leg go. On your next inhale, draw your left knee in towards your chest, hug it toward your heart, and then take it just outside your rib cage. And on your exhale, drop it over across to the right side of your body. And then once again, bring your arms out to the side, palms face up. So it's time to receive actively. Our surrender series is, of course, the most passive part of our practice, but physically it is Physically, it is passive, mentally, perhaps the most active, where we really let ourselves listen to what our practice has to teach us, what it has to show us, what our body may have been trying to tell us all along. Breathe out. Inhale, come back through center, hug both of your knees into your chest, give yourself a nice big squeeze, wrap your arms around your shins, a hug of gratitude and grace. Breathe in. Exhale, Shavasana. Ah, there it is. We made it. We've prepped for 40 minutes just to get right here. How sweet it is. Rock your head a little bit from side to side. Maybe squeeze your fingers in or point your toes, flex your toes, and then just let everything go. I'll draw you out when it's time. Gently start to bring your awareness back to your breath. If you can stay here for longer, I would encourage you to. If you'd like, reach your arms up overhead and find a stretch from fingertip to toe. And then on your next breath out, roll over onto your right side to supported fetal pose. Take just a few moments right here to once again check in with yourself with honesty, with grace, with a soft and loving heart. And remember that whatever you decide to do at the start of this new year, whether it's to set goals or purposefully not set goals, which I think, of course, is totally fine. Your goals do not define you. Whether you achieve them in your timeline or to your max capacity does not define you. You will still be the most perfect version of who you are. You will still be right where you're meant to be. The goals are a guide. Goals are a way of channeling our boundless energy. They are not who we are. You are a gift, exactly as you are. Carefully press yourself up to a nice, easy seated pose, hands at your heart, chin bowed toward your chest. Taking a moment here to honor you. Honor yourself right here. Just like gazing in the mirror and our Sphinx pose, sometimes it can be really hard to just look at ourselves, be grateful for ourselves, honor who we are right now. Not the version that we will be when we complete the goal that will change our life. Who we are right now, which is a special person to so many people in your life. What a gift you are. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for your presence. I am so, so grateful for you. Together we bow and say, Namaste. Thank you so much for being with me here today. It felt like a really special class. I hope that you could feel it too. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of everything that you do on your mat. That might be just laying down and eating popcorn while you watch me flow. It might be trying something you've never tried before. It might be pushing yourself to your very edge. Again, wherever you are is perfect. And I feel so lucky to be a part of it. Thank you so much. I hope you are enjoying the holiday season, enjoying the new year season change. Um, be well, drink lots of water. I'll see you really soon. Have a great day.